you so much for joining me on the Hustling podcast. How it's going to work today? We're going to have a conversation about you and your business in 2024. And don't worry, we edit it up in post so it looks all nice. And it's a it's a 15-minute interview. We've got about a half an hour scheduled. But what I'd like to do is introduce you to the Hustling community and let you tell us about yourself and the business, the product and the service, and how you found the start to 2024 so far. So over to you.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. My name is Jessica Woodson. I am the owner of Woodson Associates, which is a tax and accounting firm. The reason why I started the firm is because one thing I noticed when I entered the tax industry, a lot of my clients who are small business owners were so anxious about taxes.
Mm.
And I couldn't understand why. Because part of taxes is an essential part of just operating a business, right? That's how
Mm.
I saw it. But then I saw the need to really educate individuals about their tax requirements. And once they understand or understood their tax requirements, they were able to be less anxious. So I mentioned that because the motto for my firm is we are the calm storm guiding you through your financial storm. So we base our firm on education and also nurturing our relationships with our clients because we want them to feel comfortable whenever they may make a mistake. And we want to let them know that we are going to be there for them, backing them, and making sure that they're able to succeed in their industries and meet their financial goals.
That's lovely, and what a lovely slogan or payoff line. Yeah, the calm in the storm. It's very, very great. So a question in terms of the service. Who are your current clients and where they're sitting? Do you work with them one on one? Are they coming to your offices? Where are you currently based? How does that look?
So great question. So currently the firm is located in mid Missouri or
Mm-hmm.
Columbia, Missouri. Now, we do meet with our clients locally in the mid Missouri area, so that is Ritchie, Columbia, St. Louis, and Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
But we do work with individuals virtually.
Mm-hmm.
So we are able to work with individuals across the nation. And I do like or prefer to have more of a virtual connection because therefore we can meet the clients where we're at instead of waiting a long periods of time to talk about serious tax situations that may be happening at that point.
Yeah, yeah. And tell me about the team that surrounds you that works with you. Besides yourself and other legal professionals and other lawyers, maybe and associates and all that. Who else works with the team? Do you even use other contractors or remote workers to maybe build out assets or help with marketing or biz dev or anything like that out of interest?
So yes, I do have a virtual team that works with me. They work in the space of accounting. Also,
Mm.
our marketing department is virtually, in our customer service. So we do have a
Uh,
team because it takes a village to raise a child, right?
sure.
So it takes a
Yeah.
team to succeed. Mhm.
And tell me about the customer service. Are there a lot of that customer outreach, that engagement element of it? Are they dealing with incoming inquiries? Is that a big team? Is that a big part of the business?
Yeah, so I do have somebody help with that initial call. So when the client calls in and they have questions about their services,
Yeah.
Um, and then once they are more interested in the services, they are directed to me. So starting to build that relationship with the client.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you got that incoming. And how are they finding you? Are they finding you through search? Is it through social? Is it through LinkedIn? How are those inquiries coming in?
Great question. So we have a mixture of different procedures. So one, of course, we're using LinkedIn.
Mm.
We are embedded in the community, in the business community in Columbia, Missouri. And also we utilize our website, other
Mm.
social media platforms like, for example, Facebook,
Mm.
Instagram, and
Yeah. I know the software LexisNexis. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it. It's a legal software that does it segments case law and saves time and research. So I've dealt with a lot of lawyers before in my past. It's a very, very cool industry. I think where I've noticed in the past, and it would be interesting to hear from you, what are your current needs in terms of the business? Besides the obvious ones, you always want more clients, you always want more scalability, one always wants more outreach and all that. But what are the actual needs and gaps in your mind right now, um, for this year, and how could those be fulfilled, or how could people pitch you or approach you and go, we do this, and we're actually highly skilled individuals, we'd love to engage in marketing or biz dev outreach. So if I paint that picture for you, how would you see that kind of like potentially looks for your business?
So currently it is marketing and building that sales system. That is the main need. The reason for that is because a lot of individuals that I get in contact with and they ask me certain tax questions, the person that they're currently working with does not take the time to really fully explain their tax situation, and they're just lost. They're going through a cycle. And so that's why I want to make sure that individuals have the opportunity to learn about the firm and to learn about how we do things differently. So the sales system would be essentially that number one problem right now.
Okay. So there's definitely a nice need for that over there. Okay, and in terms of if we if we're talking about I'm going to just go back to the customer success and sort of outreach sort of elements of that. Are they getting inquiries via email or phone calls as well? Is it a combination of both?
So usually the client does reach
Yeah.
out to the firm,
Mm.
either via email, going on the website, selecting the contact us link, or they're connected through word of mouth. Mhm.
I was just refreshing that over there. Okay, so that's how that works. Okay, and in terms of what is currently happening with the business, what are the milestones or the goals that you're working towards for the rest of the year? Is it to increase more of those kind of engagements? Is it to kind of develop the team around you? Is it to move into different or other elements of law? Is it to create more materials for customers to understand how you engage with them in your specific, legal sector in tax law and so forth? Um, what does that look like?
So essentially, the main agenda for this year is to make
Mm.
sure that people understand one important thing that's happening in the United States is the Corporate Transparency Act. With
Okay.
that act, there's a new reporting requirement that needs to be done, or that business owner can receive penalties for that. So the biggest thing is creating that educational content to make sure those individuals have that information. I think once you take care of your community, everything else falls into place.
Mm.
So
Yeah, no, look, that makes sense, and I think you'll get that from when you engage with ours as well. They'll come out to you with suggestions of what they do because and they fill those gaps quite nicely, which is very interesting.